What's up, guys? Carlos and Anthony here with the MalcoCast. Thank you guys for joining us today. A big welcome to you guys. Today we are talking about A Vulgar Display of Power, the Pantera album. It was released 30 years ago today. Gosh, 30 years ago, dude.
Today? 30 years ago today?
30 years ago. February 25th, 1992.
Wow.
It's amazing. I mean, what a year, too. 1992. What was I doing in 1992? I was chasing my then girlfriend. That's right. Now my wife. I was chasing her around.
You guys have been together since 92?
Since 1992. That's right.
Get the F out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Believe it or not, yeah. I've been with her since I was 16 years old. 16 years old.
Did you guys make love to Vulgar Display of Power?
No. No. It was more like Tony Braxton and like Boyz II Men and all that stuff. But no, Vulgar Display of Power, man. What a great album. So many good tracks. Of course, the release Cowboys from Hell came in 1990, and that had some bangers on it too.
You know, Cowboys from Hell, I had heard Cowboys from Hell. But it was like, it didn't really resonate with me.
No?
No.
Not even Cemetery Gates? Dude, that's almost like...
No, like, because to me when I heard, it was like butt metal to me.
Like butt rock?
Well, because and someone was hitting those high notes on that, so it didn't really resonate with me. Vulgar Display of Power, though, to be honest with you, didn't resonate with me until Headbangers Ball.
Yeah, is that when you first heard of that music, the music on there?
Well, man, I'm gonna date myself right here. Headbangers Ball used to always, in their intros or when they would go to commercial, they always had a Pantera song as their intro or outro or coming back from a commercial or whatever, and it was like, I was always like, who is this? You know, like...
Yeah.
And then I finally heard the album, and I was like, completely blown away by it.
Man, those were the days, man, when you could actually find music on MTV, like with Headbangers Ball and stuff.
Yeah, for real.
So that's when you first heard of them? Or heard of that album?
Yeah, dude, it was like, and I was like, oh my god, this is where all these riffs came from.
Oh, okay. It was a mystery solved.
Yeah, dude, and so I instantly fell in love with the album. And then Brennan Heath and Roberto, like all my high school friends, like,
yeah,
we had all kind of figured out who it was at the same time, and it was like we all, like, we geeked out on it for like months, man. Just listen to this, like 6 months, dude, just listening to it every day.
That was kind of a weird year, 1992. I mean, back in the day, we're talking about the grunge era, right?
Well, it was that whole time, though, dude, it was a weird era, because you got to figure what Pantera's album came out in 92, the Black Album, Metallica's Black Album came out in August of 91, so what is that, 6 months prior?
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know, you had Nevermind by Nirvana come out around the same time.
Yeah.
So...
And you had Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, and all them coming out with albums.
But it was a weird time because it was like Metallica was commercialized now, and Pantera...
Pop-Talica. It was poppy.
It was, but I mean, I don't want to say it was poppy. It was just...
That was the album that was like most radio friendly, right?
But the Black Album was... It was definitely polished, dude. Like, it served its purpose for what they were trying to achieve at that time. So, but then you had grunge, like, that was really starting to come to the forefront, and then Pantera,
right,
like, comes from out of nowhere with the album that just punishes you, beats you literally from the beginning to the end, dude. Like,
yeah, no, it starts out just guns blazing,
yeah,
man, and it's just balls to the wall metal on there. There's really no room for anything soft on there. Well, it's, There's one on there that's kind of like.
Well, no, there's two. There's This Love. And then the last song, Hollow, is I don't.
So why did this album drop during that time frame when Grudge was king, Metallica was kind of more softer? Well, not, I don't want to say softer, but
they were just more produced,
more commercially appealing,
right,
so to speak. How did this album survive in that musical landscape?
Pantera, dude, like with that album, they brought a. For so long, dude, it was always Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth,
man, yeah.
And this album, with the way that Philip Anselmo sang and the riffs that Dimebag created,
dude,
it was different, dude. It was a new metal sound that nobody was doing, dude. Like, yeah, they had some of the speed, dude. Like, but Metallica was, Metallica was a thrash metal band. Slayer was punk thrash metal.
Yeah.
And Pantera just had this. With Vulgar, dude, they just slowed it down.
Yeah, and the album.
Sorry, I could talk about this all day long.
But the album, see, back in that time when it was released, I was listening to I would listen to Metallica and other things, mostly rap, because I was a rap guy. In the 1992, you had Dr. Dre's The Chronic drop, and that was my shit back in the day. So Metallica, Pantera wasn't on my radar. It wasn't until I started watching ECW wrestling when ECW wrestling used to always use Pantera's Walk. And I was just like, oh shit. And there was a wrestler, I think it was Rob Van Dam, he used to walk to the ring with that song playing, and it was just like, oh shit, this song is fucking badass. And it was at that time that I became a Pantera fan and that I learned of the album, dude.
Well, dude, for me and in my musical life, playing music, I think for me and my band members, when we started our band, this album was the biggest influence to us. This album
more so than Korn and
Oh yeah, because we didn't even know who Korn was.
Yeah, well,
when this album came out,
right? So
we were already starting to kind of form our band.
Yeah.
And this was the album, dude. We were trying to emulate when we first started writing. Oh, go ahead.
So we're seeing glimpses of new metal.
Yeah, I think I don't think Pantera gets the. I don't think this album gets the props for, or maybe I don't know whether or not to call it props, because maybe they don't want those props.
Maybe they don't.
But I think they, in some way, Pantera helped the new metal movement, because they took metal, thrash, slowed it down, made it groovier, made it have a little more flavor, and you could probably rap over their songs.
No, absolutely no. It's got that, especially Walk. One of the things I like about it is that that song is a song to march into battle with, man. It's when you see the stories, well, not the stories, but the movies Lord of the Rings, when they're walking, it's dun, 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 you're walking into battle. Dun, 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 it's one of these war songs that gets you hyped, it gets you pumped. And to me, that was the gateway song. That's when I started listening to the album. And, it opened up. I was listening to songs, and we're going to talk about our favorite songs off the album in a bit, but it made me interested in the band enough to go back to Cowboys from Hell and listen to, Cemetery Gates and stuff. And I was, it made me a fan. And so, yeah, it was, Walk was the gateway drug for me in terms of Pantera.
Man, well, what's your favorite song?
I'm glad you asked that. My favorite song, aside from Walk, because that's, that is one of the best songs. I don't care what anybody says on the album. I like fucking Hostile. I like the punk feel of the song, and I like the message. It's fucking Hostile. Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs. I used to listen to that all the way when we would play shows with our band Zero Belly. We would bump that song on the way to the gigs just to pump ourselves up. You know. I also like This Love. I think This Love is it's a little power ballady. It's their attempt at anyways at
but you got to remember where they came from on the previous album.
Yeah.
Because they were butt metal. My favorite song is 1 through 11. To me, this is
the whole album.
The whole album, dude. Like, I love the album from beginning to end, and to this day, I was listening on the way here. But I was getting fired up. I was speeding through the school zone.
Oh shit! That's the Pantera effect. But is there a song that you like more than others?
The song that like gets me fired up every time is we were listening to it. By Demons Be Driven.
Yeah.
That riff. Like every time I hear it, dude, like every time I hear it, it fires me up, dude.
It's that Dimebag
Daryl,
man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Or Rock in Paradise.
What a tragic way to die, man.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that, right? But you guys know the story. Of course, he was gunned down by a crazy fan, and you know they were playing his Damage Plan.
Yeah.
What a tragic way to die. But anyways, you know, we're not going to talk about that because you guys know that story. But 30 years, man, 30 years ago, this album came out. So yeah, man. I mean, what else is there to be said about such a great album?
Nothing. Go put it on. And go listen to it tonight.
And go listen. And more importantly, let us know in the comments what is your favorite song off of this album. Another fun fact, the title, Vulgar Display of Power, it comes from the movie The Exorcist. You see, Phil Anselmo is a huge horror fan. And, you know, he was, you know, that line in the movie where they say, you know, Vulgar Display of Power stuck with him. So that is why the album is called that.
The power and aggression just in that whole album, dude, like you feel it. So I feel like it's the perfect title.
It's absolutely the perfect title. I mean,
and the fist.
That's
in the
what
face,
it
dude,
what
like
it is. Yeah, that album cover is so iconic too.
Yeah,
you know, and it's rumored that you know somebody was actually punched in the face repeatedly, right?
Yeah.
Who knows if that rumor's true? You guys got to let us know in the comments.
And hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, absolutely hit the subscribe button because, of course, it helps us grow. And we appreciate it when you guys subscribe, obviously. And yeah, man, I mean, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments. Give this video a like. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. And go listen to Vulgar Display of Power tonight.
Tonight, baby. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.